Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, March 28th, 2015, around 6:09 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's dark out and cloudy. We're going to get on and off snow showers. It's going to be hit or miss, anywhere from a coating to 2 inches. So news to report: the Boston Celtics beat the New York Knicks by the score of 96-92. Celtics still have the number 8 seed. And also some other sports news. Atlanta Hawks clinched first place in the Eastern Conference. They're the number 1 seed. So all roads to the NBA Finals in the Eastern Conference has to go through Phillips Arena. The Toronto Raptors clinched the Atlantic Division title. The LA Clippers clinched the playoff spot in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. It's the Duke, Michigan State, Louisville, and Gonzaga advanced to the Elite Eight, and the Minnesota Wild are only 1 point out of the number 3 seed, third place in the Central Division, meaning they get a guaranteed playoff spot. And it's Earth Hour today at 8:30 p.m. in most time zones. That's about it on that. My next subject is about my review of the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania pay-per-view. This one is WrestleMania 2000, also known as WrestleMania 16, which happened at the Arrowhead Pond, now Honda Center in Anaheim, California. And the main event was a fatal 4-way between Triple H, the WWE champion, versus the Big Show, versus Mick Foley, versus The Rock, and also the McMahons were in each of the 4 wrestlers' corners, a McMahon in every corner. And this WrestleMania had either tag team matches, fatal 4-ways, triple threat matches, 6-man tags, battle royals. They only had 1 singles match. And the calling WrestleMania 2000 was Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. There were no matches on Heat, on Sunday Night Heat, before the pay-per-view, which was on the USA Network. And here's the card that happened at WrestleMania 2000. First match was a tag team match. It was Bull Buchanan and the Big Boss Man facing off against the Godfathers. Come get on the whole train. And D'Lo Brown. They were with actor, rapper Ice-T, and a bunch of like hoes, which was actually in real life models or exotic dancers, mainly from probably Orange County, California. And this match was, about 8-9 minutes. Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan won with a sidewalk slam by the Big Boss Man on D'Lo. The next match was the Hardcore Battle Royal. Crash Holly, reigning Hardcore champion, and when he was champion, he says there was a 24/7 rule that any wrestler could challenge him from the WWE if they had a licensed WWE referee anywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be at the supermarket, it could be at the train station, could be at the airport, could be at a strip club, could be at Hooters, could be at BMHS, could be anywhere. And the wrestlers in this battle royal were Taz, the Mean Street Posse, Hardcore Holly, Viscera, Midian, Kai and Tai, the APA, the Headbangers. And it was a 15-minute battle royal. Whoever was the last pinfall would become the Hardcore champion. Nine title changes happened in this battle royal. The last one was when Hardcore Holly hit Crash Holly with a jar, pinning them 1, 2, 3, knocking Crash out cold, and Hardcore Holly is the Hardcore champion. The next match was a tag team match. It was TNA, Test and Albert, with Trish Stratus, Stratusfaction guaranteed, facing off against Head Cheese, which is Al Snow, and the Lethal Reference Steve Blackman. And they had Cheesy McKinley, who was actually a midget Mexican wrestler. This match was, not a great tag team match. Test and Albert won at around 7 minutes, when Test delivered his elbow at the elbow for Blackman. After the match, Al Snow and Steve Blackman says they had to cut the cheese. They attacked the chest of Makita and beat him up. This match was awful and stuff. Even it was awful. 2 heel teams facing off against each other. Don't know who was the de facto face. Probably Test and Albert, because they had Trish Stratus. Then The next match was the tables and ladders and chairs match for the WWE tag team titles triple threat match. It was the Dudleys, Bubba Ray, and Devon. Devon, get the tables! It was against the Hardy Boys, Man and Jeff Hardy, and Edge and Christian, tables and tables and ladders and chairs match. And the WWE titles was hanging up high for wrestlers to grab. This was an awesome match. Lots of bumps, lots of high-flying moves by Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys. This was the first of a series of 3 tables and ladders and chairs match that the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian will have over the next year in the WWE. So, they had one at SummerSlam 2000 and WrestleMania 17, but this one at WrestleMania 2000 was the best of them all. Very action-packed, probably one of the top 10 best matches in WrestleMania history. And the end of the match had Matt and Jeff get thrown through tables by the Edge and Christian. The Dudley Boys were knocked out, and Edge and Christian grabbed the WWE Tag Team titles and become the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Awesome match. The next match was the only singles match on the card. It was a cat fight between 2 WWE divas. It was the Cat, Stacey Carter, with Mae Young in her corner, against Terry Runnels with the Fabulous Moolah in her corner, and a special guest referee for this match. It was Val Venus. And the stipulation of this match was the winner would have to beat the loser by ripping off their clothes and throwing her outside the ring. And this was, not a great match. It was probably an awful match. This match should have not been on the card. Ending of the match had the Cat throw Terry outside the ring with her clothes, but Val Venus was distracted by Mae Young because Mae Young was trying to show her puppies. And then Moolah comes in and attacks the Cat, throws her out. Terry Reynolds comes back in the ring, and then Val Venus sees the Cat outside the ring. Terry's declared the winner, but then Mae Young goes nuts, attacks Terry, also attacks Moolah. Then the Cat comes back in. Cat rips off Terry's clothes, and Mae Young delivers a Bronco Buster to Moolah. This was not the best of it. This match fucking sucked. It should have not been on the pay-per-view. The next match was an intergender tag team match. It was Too Cool, Scotty Too Hottie, and Grandmaster Sexay. Their partner was the ninth wonder of the world, China, facing off against 3/4 of the Radicals, which was Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero. Latino Heat. I lie, I chill, cheat, I steal. Before the pay-per-view, Eddie Guerrero was trying to hit on China and stuff, but China didn't buy it. It was a decent match. The ending had China pin Eddie with the Sleeper Slam. The next match was a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental title and also the WWE European title. Kurt Angle was both the European and Intercontinental title, faced off against the Lionheart Chris Jericho. It will never ever happen again, and I'm the Ayatollah of rock and roller against and the crippler Chris Benoit. He did exist, folks, my friends. He did exist. The WWE wants to make sure he's erased from history, but he did exist. And Kurt Angle was signed to this match by Bob Backlund. Revealed that Bob Backlund was the one who put Kurt Angle in the match to defend his titles against Benoit and Jericho before the pay-per-view at Sunday Night Heat. Kurt Angle snaps and puts Bob Backlund in his finishing maneuver, the cross-face chicken wing. The first fall was for the Intercontinental title. Kurt Angle against Chris Jericho against Chris Benoit. This was, a decent match. The ending had Chris Benoit throw Kurt Angle into the first row, and Chris Benoit delivers the headbutt to Chris Jericho. 1, 2, 3. Chris Benoit becomes the Intercontinental title. The second fall for this triple threat match for the European title was same 3 wrestlers: Angle, Benoit, and Jericho. Ending of this match had Angle put the crippler in the crossface chicken wing, but Jericho breaks it up, and then he gives the lion salt to Benoit, beats him 1, 2, 3, and Jericho becomes the new European champion. And Kurt Angle he lost both titles, but he did not get pinned or submitted in either one, which was, probably a lame finish and stuff. You would want your champion to take one of the pinfalls in this type of match. And the next match was a tag team match. It was Rikishi and Kane, with Paul Bearer facing off against DX, which was the Road Dogg, Jesse James. You ass better call somebody at X-Pac. Your ass is grass, I'm gonna smoke you. With Tori, and this was a continuation of Kane and X-Pac's feud. Tori turned on Kane earlier in the year, and this was, a decent 4-minute match. The ending had Rikishi give the diamond cutter to Road Dogg, and Kane delivered the tombstone to X-Pac 1, 2, 3. After the match, the San Diego Chicken comes out, and people think it's Pete Rose because Rikishi and Kane and Too Cool and Paul Bearer were dancing. But then Pete Rose comes in with the bat. Kane catches him, delivers this tombstone for the third straight year. Pete Rose was on the receiving end of a tombstone by Kane. And then the main event was a fatal 4-way for the WWE title. It was Triple H, the reigning WWE champion, faced with Stephanie McMahon in his corner against The Big Show, with Shane McMahon in his corner, against Mick Foley with Linda McMahon in his corner, and then The Rock, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? With Vince McMahon in his corner. It was a fatal 4-way, and it was an elimination match. Whoever was the last wrestler in the ring would get the WWE title. And this fatal 4-way was, an awesome match, but I didn't like every McMahon in the corner. This was just a time when the McMahons were really becoming focal points of WWE programming. Hey, they owned the company. They could appear on it, but people got sick and tired of them as a focal point of the WWE. The focal point of WWE should be the wrestlers on the roster. And the first elimination was a Big Show. He got eliminated at 5 minutes by the Rock Bottom, by the Rock. Triple H and Mick Foley were teaming up and beating Big Show along with the Rock, so it was 3-on-1. The next elimination was Mick Foley. He got eliminated by the pedigree by Triple H, and this was the last time Mick Foley would wrestle in 4 years. This was kind of his retirement match. He didn't go over. And then it was just down to The Rock and Triple H. Triple H attacked Vince McMahon, beat him up and stuff, knocking him out cold. He had to be brought back to the dressing room, and The Rock continues and Triple H fights, and then Triple H knocks out The Rock, and Vince McMahon comes back, and he attacks Shane McMahon, and he was about to attack Triple H, but The Rock gets back up, and Vince McMahon hits Triple H, and Vince turns on The Rock and sides with Triple H. Triple H gives the pedigree to The Rock, pins him 1, 2, 3, and Triple H retains the WWE Championship. Triple H is the first heel to win at the WrestleMania main event, WrestleMania 2000, but afterwards Rock goes nuts. He attacks Vince, he attacks Triple H, he attacks the Stephanie McMahon, giving The Rock bottom and stuff. And that's the ending of the main event and the ending of WrestleMania. I didn't like the ending of the pay-per-view having a heel go over as a main event in WrestleMania, because it's the face. The face needs to win the main event at every WrestleMania. It's just for the crowd to go home happy. Also, Vince turning heel again, even though he's a great heel, but he's turned so many times face to heel over the past previous year, and also the McMahon in every corner. Even though I like that concept, it got overplayed in 2000 and stuff, and this WrestleMania 2000, the only thing that is that's decent were like the ladder match between the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian for the WWE Tag Team Championship, and the Hardcore Battle Royal, and that's about it. The rest of the card, in my opinion, kind of really stunk, and having every match, either a tag team match, a triple threat match, 6-man tag, and a battle royal except one, it was so much of a gimmicky WrestleMania, and that singles match between the Cat and Terry did not even deserve to be on the pay-per-view. That's something that is fuller on Monday Night Raw, not on the biggest pay-per-view of the year, WrestleMania 2000. And I give this WrestleMania a 4. It was a below average WrestleMania in my opinion. The only thing that saved this WrestleMania to become probably the worst WrestleMania of all time is that ladder match and the Hardcore Battle Royal. But if those two things were not on the pay-per-view, this WrestleMania probably be the worst ever. And that's about it on WrestleMania 2000. Tomorrow will be my review of WrestleMania 17 that happened at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas. The main event was The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE World title, and a shocking turn of development happening in Smash. You won't believe what will happen. And I'll be back later with 2 more video blogs. The one will be about Billerica Memorial High School, and my personality profile, Mike Smith, Baseball Hall of Famer, my continuation week of great Philadelphia sports athletes. Have a good day. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Bye.